Exactly 1 year ago today, I was turned to the world instead of turned to God. And this summer, I turned to God instead of the world. I turned my back on the world and I experienced brutal isolation. I experienced being thrown into the wilderness and going on a journey by myself where I thought the things that made me were taken away. Looking back, I realized that God was allowing these things to be taken away in order for me to be remolded and renewed like clay. He was renewing me and reminding me that I'm exactly who I'm meant to be. I was being renewed and reminded who I was without the things of this world, without the things that I thought make me me. And I realized through this that I am exactly where I'm meant to be, and I'm exactly who I'm meant to be in this life with him. And in that year time period, I realized that God doesn't make mistakes, and he uses the mistakes that we make to his advantage. He blesses them and he sanctifies them. So many times, again and again, we fall, but you fall 17 times, you get back up an 18th time. And the thing about turning to the world instead of turning to God, you fall into sin. Sin feels like freedom until you want out, until you realize that every single time it says the devil tells you to do it again, he's trapping you in this lullaby even further. And I was so caught up in my sins, I was so caught up in trying to please the world that I forgot that I was supposed to be pleasing him, pleasing myself, pleasing the world, pleasing those around me. But what about him? What about the original person who I'm supposed to please, that I'm served, that I'm called and created to please? But I realized that I am called first by him, not by people of this world, not by things of this world, and I don't regret it. A year ago today, I was going through a brutal breakup. I didn't even know who I was, and a year later, I can wholeheartedly say that my identity has been restored and renewed. I look at that person and I don't even know her. She wanted to numb her pain, and she didn't want to feel it. I didn't want to feel anything, but now I want to feel all of him. I literally did not know who I was anymore, but he told me that I'm his masterpiece, and he painted the sky so I could see it, and that feeling is freeing. I've never felt this much peace in my life, ever, and I can tell you I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. But what I do know is that I'm meant to enjoy this. I prayed for this season of my life, and I'm finally getting it. Freedom in him. And this doesn't just have to be for a season. It could be for every season. And it will be. Because I'm not going to forget who I am again. And every single time I choose to go back to the world, I forget who he called me to be. And who he called me to be is his daughter. My identity is rooted in a firm foundation. People will keep asking me, why do you look so much lighter? Because I found the light. You've changed. I've done nothing. I've literally done nothing. He has changed my heart. He's changed me. I've nothing to do with it. I have absolutely nothing to do with it. This is all him. All glory to Jesus. All glory to God. Can we take a moment for this sky that he painted? He literally did this for you. Like, this sky, as beautiful as it is, it's so stunning. This sunset is so stunning. As beautiful as this sky, this sunset doesn't have a soul. You have a soul. He put more time into you than he did in this sunset. That I can't even completely capture the essence of how beautiful it is. And that's how he sees you. And to think that he created us so finite, so small, so insignificant to the things of this world, the beauties and the wonders of this world, but he put his thought and time into you. How beautiful is that? There's nothing more beautiful than that, is knowing that he spent more time on you than the hills and the valleys. There's nothing more beautiful than realizing that you are the most beautiful thing that he created. And every single time you talk negatively to yourself, you are talking down on his creation. You are criticizing the very thing that he perfected. And I'm not saying that we're perfect, because by all means, we are not perfect. I'm so flawed. But he created you exactly the way you are, flaws and all, for a reason. You were never meant to be perfect, but we can work every single day to be more like him. And he wants us to strive to be more like him. He wants us to make our hearts more like him. But what he wants you to realize is that you are more beautiful. You are more beautiful than the sunset. And that is the lesson that I have learned time and time again. Surpasses. You take out your phone, you try to take a picture. I could try to take a picture of this sunset right now. Let's see. Look at this picture. Beautiful. But that doesn't capture it. This video that I'm taking, it's beautiful. Maybe if I adjust the lighting a little bit, make it darker, make it lighter, try to mess around with these things to perfect this moment, I can't perfect it. because he is the one who already perfected it. As no matter how many times I try to capture how beautiful this moment is, I can't, because it's handcrafted by him in the same way that you're handcrafted by him. Every single flaw that you hate about yourself, every single thing that you think is not worth anything about you, is the exact reason he gave it to you. Each little trait that you have in yourself serves a purpose, and it serves something. Each time you go through a trial and a tribulation, the pain that you experience, he's trying to teach you something. And if you have been strengthened by the Lord, he is calling you to go and strengthen his brothers and sisters. Now that you have experienced the joy of the Lord, now it is your time to go strengthen others. You were called to this place for a reason, right? You can feel that. I can feel that. We see that. And then you got taught something. You were redeemed out of something. You were delivered out of something. And whatever he delivered you out of, he's going to send you back. Let's read Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. And a lot of us like to stop right there. But what's next? Then you will call on me and come to me and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all of your heart. Are you seeking him with all of your heart right now? I will be found by you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back from captivity. I will gather you from the nations and places when I have banished you, where I have banished you, declares the Lord, and I will bring you back to the places from which I carried you into exile. What does this mean? And it means God took you out of that. He took you out of that place. He took you out of that dark hole. And you're like, what do I do with this now? What is my purpose now? Your purpose now is to help others with the pain that you have been through and turn it into purpose. Because there's people who are suffering with depression, anxiety, lust, porn, sex, greed, whatever their vice is. They're suffering with it, and they feel forsaken, they feel condemned. Just like you did at one point. Just like you couldn't hear God. You couldn't see him because your brain was so clouded with things of this world that you forgot who you were. You forgot to fix your crown and realize that he literally had a crown of thorns on his head for you, for your sins that he knew you were going to commit. And he still chose you anyway. He still chose you anyway. And he is going to bring you back to that place so that you can help others. Because now that you have been strengthened, go and strengthen your brothers and sisters. Your calling is to go help those people who are hurting in whatever way, big or small, it doesn't matter. You are just called to go out and feed the sheep. Teach them what he taught you. And some people might not have a listening ear. Some people, you might have to brush the dust off your feet and walk to another town, walk to another place, because not everyone is going to receive this message. If you found this, then it's meant to find you. If you clicked past this video, then it's not meant for you. But if you found this, it's meant for you. Whatever you've gone through, it's meant for you. God will not deliver your mail to somebody else's house. God will not deliver your mail to somebody else's house. That is a word. Jesus Christ already knew the mistakes you were going to make, and he still chose to die for you anyways. Take up your cross and follow him. The summer I turned back. The summer I turned around and realized that he called me first. The summer I turned to God. And yes, if you look at my life, you can see that God has been present in all areas, but I haven't ever fully turned to him. Because there was always a part that I kept to myself. There was always this part. You can have my wins. I'll take my failures. You can have my accomplishments. I'll take my setbacks. You can have the good moments. I'll take the bad. Because I wanted some things to myself. I wanted to keep him out of some things. And the truth is, you can't be truly obedient to him unless you give him all of you. Instead of running away from your sin, run to him. You are not bound to this world. Our souls crave something deeper than we can understand, and what we crave is him. And he is the only one who can water the seeds that he plants. You can't water them by yourself. He is the living water. He is the living water. And until you realize that you have been trying to fill your own cup with things from this world, you realize that no, you cannot pour out into others unless you are being poured into. Where are you being poured into from? From the world? Why do you feel like your cup keeps literally becoming the Sahara? Why does my cup keep becoming empty? What are you filling it with? Take a second and actually reflect. What are you filling your cup with? Because I know for a fact it's not always been him for me. And instead of looking at life and saying, I can do this without him, is whenever I actually realize there's nothing I'd rather do without him. Like, I'd literally rather die. than not have him, because life is worthless without him. Life is meaningless without him. If I have God, then I have everything. But if I don't have God, I have nothing. You're gonna make it. I love you.